use the law of attraction to get everybody to love you? Hey puppies, this is Melody Fletcher with Deliberate Receiving, where the law of attraction finally makes some freaking sense. I know, it's about time, right? Today's burning question comes to us from Awesome Dudette, who wants to know, how does LOA work when it comes to how others perceive us? For example, if I think I'm the most hilarious person ever and constantly crack stupid jokes, will others think that I'm hilarious too just because I do? And what about people who everyone loves? Why does everyone love them and want to be around them? Is it because they love themselves so much? Because sometimes you encounter people who don't seem that nice, but everybody seems to love them. What gives? Okay, first of all, remember that you can't know what anybody else is perceiving. You can only perceive your perception of their perception. That's right, people. We're going further down the rabbit hole today. You have to remember that you're in the center of your own holographic universe. Everything that you see, everything that you perceive is only there because it's a direct reflection of your energy. Now, a lot of people get themselves in trouble with this concept of perception because they assume that, number one, they see everything there is to see. Arrogant much? And they assume that they actually know what other people are perceiving, which you can't. Your whole value here is your perception, your unique perspective that nobody else can have. We each offer a completely unique perspective that no other human being or entity in this world can offer in precisely the same way. If that wasn't the case, then we wouldn't need any of us. We would just have some guy named Bob sitting here by himself, observing. But that's not the case. We each bring our unique perspective and perception to the table, but in order to do that, we can't also at the same time share somebody else's perception. In other words, you can only ever be in your own head, you can't be in anybody else's. And how they might be perceiving something is completely irrelevant. The only thing that's relevant is how are you perceiving what they are perceiving. Don't panic, I'll explain further. So let's say that you are funny and that you actually think that you're really funny. And you go out and you crack a bunch of jokes and you attract other people that mirror back how you feel about yourself. They are, in this case, they're not validating the fact that you're funny. They're mirroring back to you that you genuinely feel good about yourself. So you're going to be in a vibration where you're going to attract people who also think you're funny. This does not mean that everybody in the world thinks that you're funny, but you don't need everybody in the world to think that, nor would you be able to even perceive everybody in the world. You can only ever perceive that which you're a vibrational match to, and the way in which you experience it shows you where your energy is at, shows you essentially how you feel about yourself. So let's say that you're perceiving from the outside, where you really don't know exactly what's going on, a person who seems to have the adoration of many. Now let's say that they truly do have the adoration of many, and they are experiencing that in a really positive way. That means what's being mirrored back to them is that they feel truly good about themselves. It isn't that everybody loves them because of it, it is that they are attracting people into their reality who are mirroring back how they feel about themselves. If you, however, are looking at that from the outside and saying, well, I don't get it. What do they see that I don't see? Then you're sort of missing the point. What do they see that you don't see? A lot, because they have a different perspective from you. The problem is when you start to look at what other people are looking at and you assume that you have to share their perspective for some brain dead reason. When you see somebody that you don't really like and you see others liking them, nothing has gone wrong. All that means is that you personally don't resonate with that person, whatever it is about them. It doesn't mean that they're bad. You see, your whole question kind of hinges on the idea that we should all share the same perspective and we should all share the same opinion, and that only one opinion is right. So either I'm right when I like something or you're right when you don't like it. We haven't yet really figured out that we can both be right. I can like something and you cannot like it, and that can be okay for both of us. And I don't need you to like it in order to give me permission to like it. Taking that a step further, I don't need you to like me so that I can feel good about myself. And you don't need me to like you so that you can feel good about yourself. Because the second that you do need that, the universe is going to mirror that back to you, which means that people who challenge that, people who trigger that within you, people who are not very nice to you are going to come into your reality to show you that you are insecure about yourself and that you're asking others to provide you with the validation that you're not willing to give yourself. But remember, that's a losing game because they can only ever mirror back to you what your vibration is saying. So you're essentially walking up to the mirror, asking it to reflect something other than what you're showing it. That's never gonna work. So the bottom line in all this is that even though you can't know what others are perceiving, it really is entirely irrelevant what they're perceiving. The relevant thing is, what are you perceiving? And how do you feel about it? What is your reality mirroring back to you? So if you want to get more people to like you, don't need them to like you. If you do like yourself first, does that mean that everybody will like you? No. Not everybody will resonate with you. Not everybody will be in the same vibrational vicinity with you. In fact, those who are far away from your vibration will actually quite actively dislike you if they come across you. But that experience of disliking you will be a manifestation for them. What will happen is if you truly get stable in a vibration of self-love, is that you will no longer attract the people who do not resonate with you, who will not like you into your experience, which means, yes, there will be people out there who don't like you, but you won't ever hear about it. You won't know about it. It won't affect you in any way. And even if you did hear about them, you wouldn't care because you realize that everybody gets to have their own opinion, their own perspective, and not everybody needs to love you. It's okay for you to find those people who do, the people who always loved you, and allow your reality to show them to you. You don't need everybody to get on board with the same opinion in any case. For those of you who are having a really hard time with this idea of not really giving a crap what other people think and changing how you feel about yourself in order to attract a different experience, let me ask you this. If you've been following the old world thinking, and if you've grown up on this earth, you almost certainly have for a certain time been following that, of trying to conform so that other people will approve of you and needing them to approve of you so that you can approve of yourself, how's that been going for you? Build a statue in your honor, have they? Feeling good? Feeling real good with that? Are they naming their children after you? It's time to change our view of how we fit into this universe, of how we fit into this world, and how we relate to each other. It's okay to want other people to like you. It's okay to enjoy it when they do, but don't need them to in order to feel good about yourself. And when you free yourself from that shackle and you allow yourself to feel good no matter what they think, then you will attract only those into your reality who will mirror that back to you. In other words, those who will like you. Those are the people who always liked you, who would have liked you no matter what. It's just that you were not able to see them. So you did not make them like you. You simply filtered out all the people who don't and filtered in the people who already do instead of the opposite. My puppies, I hope that was helpful for you. If you love this kind of content and you'd like to see more like it, please like it, comment on it, let me know what you think, share it with somebody who you think it would be helpful for, do whatever you're inspired to do, and then head over to deliberatereceiving.com and pick up your free copy of my ebook, which fully explains how the law of attraction works, and will get everybody to love you.